What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the What's Up Tank Washington Show. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, to my loyal followers, thank you so much for sticking with me so far. To all my new followers, I'd like to welcome you. Also, if this is your first time on the channel, I hope you like what you see, and if you do, don't forget to like, share, but most of all, subscribe. Well, jumping right into it, some of you may recognize this rifle. This is one of my competition rifles. This is the Mossberg MVP 762. Of course, it also fires 308, but 762, 308, not a whole lot of difference between two cartridges. I haven't talked a lot about this rifle in the past. You may have seen it in a video or two of mine, but yeah, this, like I said, is the Mossberg MVP 762, 18.5-inch fluted barrel. This one has the tallow or talo stock. I'm not 100% sure on how to pronounce that. But yeah, this was what I had when I jumped into the world of competition shooting, and it has served me well. I've also used it on a few hunts, and again, like I said, it served me well. But again, this video is not about the rifle, but more so the optic, but specifically, not exactly this one either. If you remember from one of my previous videos, I did an unboxing of the Arken EP5. I actually bought that one to replace this one on this rifle. This particular optic is the Arken SH4 GENii. This one is actually a 6-24. I'm switching over to the EP5. Gives me just a tiny bit more of magnification and field of view on the bottom end. It's a 5-25. So basically what we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna swap this optic out for the EP5. Now, there's nothing wrong with this one. This one is actually gonna find a new home on one of my other rifles, which is why, if you notice, these rings are not the rigid precision rings that I showed you in the unboxing video, because I bought those specifically to use with the AR platform. So this scope is going to be put onto one of my other AR rifles. So we're gonna jump into it. I'm gonna take this one off and we're gonna swap it out. For those of you who want to know, the rings that I have mounted on my rifle are Snyder rings. I actually have a Snyder T5XI that's actually mounted on my AR-10. Absolutely love it, it's phenomenal. The reason I switched to Arken is because I get pretty much the same performance, same magnification, same range of use, but in a much more affordable package, because the Snyder, over $1,000, Arken, even the EP5, under $6. The SH4 I actually paid $3 something for, if I'm not mistaken. Still fantastic though. So I'm gonna set the rifle aside for a minute. gonna pull out the EP5 if I can get it out of the box. So what I'm gonna do is scope caps. Take sunshade off. And we're gonna do a quick side-by-side comparison of the two. Now, the SH4 Gen 2 is, again, a 624 by 50, whereas the EP5 is a 525 by 56. So you get a slightly larger bell that allows in more light. Again, very tactile knobs, windage and elevation knobs. Very easy to turn. You also have your parallax adjustment that goes from 25 yards up to infinity. And of course, this is on both the SH4 and the EP5. On the left side, you'll find the cap for the battery that allows you to turn on the illumination for your reticle. Now, both optics are available in MOA and mil. When I got the SH4 Gen 2, I got it in mil. The EP5, I went back to MOA, mainly because that's what I knew and it's familiar, so hopefully I'll have an easier time using this one than I did with this one. Although it wasn't an extreme learning curve, but again, just for familiarity. The SH4 Gen 2 is also available in a 4-16. Both have a 34mm tube, which when I tell you, if you've never experienced it, it will change your life. I've gone from the 1-inch tube to the 30mm tube to the 34mm tube in my experience and growth in the world of rifle shooting, firearms, and optics, and like I said, world of difference. Looking through this optic, because of that slight difference in width of the tube, my eye is a lot more relaxed. I can get behind the rifle more comfortably. I'm not squinting or, forcing myself to find the reticle. It's just, I get behind the rifle, everything lines up. No extra tension in my face because I can see through the tube. Now, I have come across some optics that actually have 40mm tubes. Out of my price range at the moment, but if I ever get the opportunity, I probably will get one. But for now, this is more than adequate. What I did with the EP5 that I didn't do with the SH4 Gen 2 was I actually bought Arken's combo pack. One, I had a coupon code, that's why I bought it. Two, I really wanted the throw lever because on some of my other scopes, I have one, and even though the magnification adjustment on these is not difficult to maneuver, it's just having that extra bit of leverage on the throw lever just makes it that much easier, and you can do it that much faster. That combo pack also comes with a bow level that I may or may not use, not sure yet, because the Steiner rings actually has one built in. So I may use it on the other rifle, but then again, I've never had one, I've never had an issue, so I don't know. Comes with the rings, it comes with a rear bag, a patch, Arken sticker, what else is in there? Oh, yes. And as you saw when I removed the SH4, it comes with Arken's lens covers. Now these things, they slide on. It's made of a rubberized material that really grabs and holds on, but the ring caps themselves, they close securely. Love them. I've had similar products, but I can definitely tell that these are of much higher quality than things I've had in the past. And even though the bikini style lens covers that the scopes ship with are pretty good, they're thick and they add a lot of protection and they fit securely. Just for speed and something that I'll have where I don't always have to completely remove the caps itself, I'm going to put the other lens caps on the EP5 as well. So now that that's out of the way, we're going to set the SH4 Gen 2 to the side. Move the EP5 over a little, and we are going to bring the Mossberg MVP back. Now, just to get things set, I'm going to set the EP5 into the rings. And I have two levels that I like to use. Real cheap, real simple. Two Pittsburgh line levels that I got from Harbor Freight. So I'll take one and I'll put it here like so. And then I'll use something to lift the butt of the rifle. I'm gonna need a little bit more. Let's use Arken's rear bag. Not quite. We'll use both then. All right, that will work. So that lets me know that on this plane, the rifle is level. So I'll take the other one and I'll balance it here. Actually, I'll balance it muzzle brake, and the rifle is level there. Then we'll take this one and the scope is level. Whoops. There. Now, this is just a eyeballing thing because I'm actually going to look through the scope and use a straight line in my house to make sure that everything is lined up properly before I torque down all of my screws. Now, there may be some of you watching that are a lot more experienced than I am. I may not be doing this the correct way, but it's worked for me in the past, so I'm going to continue. But at the same time, I'm not such a closed-minded person that I think that one way is the way to do something. If you have advice that can help me better myself, I'm always open to it. So make sure you put your comments and questions in the comment section. If it's something that can help me improve, I will definitely take heed to it. Whether that be something that's constructive criticism or just a general comment. Another reason that I don't completely torque it down is because I want to make sure that I get my eye relief right before I completely lock the scope down. So I'll tighten the screws enough for the rings to hold the scope, but at the same time, I'll be able to move the scope, either turning it left or right or moving it forward and backwards to adjust for eye relief. Sure, it still moves. All right, that should be good enough for right now. Okay. So I'm actually going to change directions because I'm on the side of the house where there's a wall here and I got more distance on this side. So I'm going to shift everything just a bit. And as you all can see, the bolt is open and back, so the rifle is safe. There's no ammo around, there are no magazines, so we're good. So we're going to shift this way. Get our levels back to make sure everything is okay. I should remove the bolt to double check one thing before I move on any further. Put one at the rear of the rifle. And we are good there as well. Still good there. Still good there. Okay. And I think that will do. So, switch back around to this side. Now with their scopes, Arken always sends out a label wrapped around the tube. And this one says maximum torque is 18 inch-pounds. If I'm not mistaken, on the SH4 Gen 2, I think they recommend 15. But I have my Wheeler fat wrench here. So we're gonna turn it down to 18 inch-pounds. down our screws. But what I like to do before that and I don't always get this right on the first time. Sometimes I have to make adjustments. But you want to get an equal amount of space on each side of your rings. Okay, so when you get an equal amount of space on either side, then you're ready to torque it down. Just to be sure, I'll cross over to the other side on the opposite screw. Do the same. Switch over. And front. Down. All right. Double check just to be sure nothing has moved. Looks good. And we are all done. So the next thing I'll do, I may or may not use the sunshade with this one. Knowing me, I probably will, to be honest. But I'm gonna get it out to the range. We're gonna get it zeroed in and we're gonna have some fun. Hopefully this competition year will be better than last year or previous years. I actually didn't get to do any hunting last year, but we'll see what plays out for me this year. But as always, again, thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. New folks, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.